All right, boys, I think we're good. What up, dudes? All right, we got a special Halloween episode tonight. Dude, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for a variety of reasons. Hope you all are having a good Halloween, or had a good Halloween. Yeah, Paul, same thing. We didn't get a lot of people trick-or-treating here, which is good, because that means they won't interrupt me when I'm streaming. And I get to keep all the candy, so hell yeah. Get this drink poured here. Hell yeah. So what do we got on the schedule for tonight? The docket is, well, we're going to do the Covenant with Florence. It is confirmed. Next character is Lind, which, oh dude, that means mark your calendars, not November 6th, but whatever a week from today is. I think that's November 7th, right? Let me just look here. Now I need to know. Yeah, November 7th. Whew, mark your calendars, boys. We are doing mega gambling. We're going to go for a segment 6 Lind, which mathematically I think we're at, right? Like, so let's check the ship here. I want to say... So we got 450-ish of those guys. This is going to reset, add a little more. And then 450 plus 180. Like, we're going to be at like 650-ish. So, I mean, that's some pretty good odds. Because we are at almost a weapon. I think we're a little short. I think we're like 10 short of a weapons check. So I'm getting so excited just thinking about this, dude. I've been waiting for this moment. This is fresh, so we won't be starting on any handouts for the character segments, but I want to say we stopped early on the weapon here, right? Because yeah, we didn't get super lucky, and I'm like, well, we'll just put it towards the A12 fancy one. What's it called? The Thor Criterion or something like that? I don't know. Have you guys ever... This might be a little unhinged. Have you guys ever taken, like, the nerd candies? Like the little ones? Or, like, Pop Rocks? And, like, put them in your Monster Energy drink? I don't know who would do that. It's like, that's some unhinged behavior. Oh, yeah. I'll get some of those. What else do we want to talk about? Gunsmoke was fun. Oh yeah, that's right. So if you guys didn't do your questionnaires yet, make sure you do those. There's still some freebie collapse pieces. Yoink, I'm gonna grab those. And then we got a little holiday email from Florence. Why she gotta be like this? Anyway, so a little holiday greeting from Florence here. Can we mark mail? No, we can't mark mails in this game. Oh well. I'll let you guys read through that at your own pace. Dude, I'm just so hyped. I said, there's absolutely nothing can go wrong. Do you know? I'm pretty sure they're doing heroic mode for the next character as well. So I finished the rest of heroic modes on my own because I'm a tryhard and I couldn't wait till the stream here. I found maybe I'm crazy, but I found the challenge modes actually overall difficulty wise easier to get the, I guess, do they even give stars? I don't remember. I guess they don't give stars, that's why. But I found these easier than the normal ones because in the campaign versions or the story versions, right? Like to get the 3-star, you have to do them all within like 6 or 7-ish turns, which means you're kind of racing against the clock a little bit to see how fast you can get them done. But the challenge modes, while the enemy like layout was a little more difficult, like this one especially, you had essentially like 15 turns to do this, right? Like I want to say this one doesn't cut you off till you get real late. What's the turn limit here? Does it even say? We'll just... This one was actually surprisingly difficult. Like, specifically one enemy. Okay, yeah, 12 turns. This guy, this fucking guy, this guy right here. Little sparkles on him. The bane of my existence, dude. This guy is such a hassle. So, if for anyone who hasn't done this yet or doesn't know what this idiot does, he picks the farthest target away, which for me, this was a skill issue. I kept having like Changju like right here, posted up, and he kept picking her just because I was not paying attention close enough. But he hits somebody with this stupid debuff, and then from there you're just totally boned, right? Like that character is not doing any damage to this guy specifically, because I think his passive is whenever he's hit. I don't know, whatever. He puts the debuff on him, and if you try and attack him and you got that debuff, you're gonna heal him and actually restore his stability. So this guy's like almost semi-immune to somebody if they're hit with that. And it's a total misplays on my part, but I kept getting in like these awkward positions where he kept throwing it on Changju or Tolo, which like really hampered the damage. In addition to that, the weakness types on this particular map are kind of yikes. There's a couple water. Electric is... The thing is, in heroic mode, they all have like a ton of stability, like a ton for these types of mobs, right? Like 20 and 26 is like, that ain't easy. This is deceptive too, because he gains, like I said, if you hit him with a unit that has the debuff, he actually gains a bunch of stability back, which can be a little misleading again, because if this team doesn't have anybody that does support attacks except Changju, but like if you were having someone like Xiaomi on the team, and even if you were positioning Xiaomi to get hit with the debuff, she would actually kind of be healing the boss every time she did a support attack on him. Her boss, elite. He's like a boss. He's almost his own boss. And then obviously, once you kill a couple of these dudes, he starts getting into like 10,000 attack, and he just starts one-shotting people. So, pretty interesting map overall. But luckily, I was kind of able to turtle and kind of abuse those like walls, and not let him one-shot anybody until I was able to like single him and deal with him. So that was a lot of fun. I really like these. I can't wait. I said I really hope in Lynn's event there's more of them. I'm hyped. What else we got to cover today? So I did all this stuff. Maybe we could do we'll do a phase clash maybe for funsies. We do a water one in honor of. We'll do the Covenant, and then we'll take the Hydro team for a spin. These things are really good. These little nerd candies. I forgot how delicious these are. Nizzle eating candy, ASRM. Free of charge. You don't even have to subscribe to my Patreon for it. Paul, I feel like you're the only one here today. I think everyone's busy trick-or-treating and having fun, which I totally support. Just me and the homies, you know? I have a feeling a lot of people are going to watch this episode on, whatever, VOD, replay, upload, whatever the kids call it these days, whatever they rebranded it as. So, I'm not too discouraged, but for all you people watching it in the future, I hope you guys had a great Halloween. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Paul. See, this is why I like having people in the chat, because my small brain, as smooth as it is these days from all the years of alcohol abuse, it's hard to remember things. And yes, you are 100% correct. We are getting new, the names in this game, Artifact Recovery Mode, or at least an expanded version of it. Do you know, Paul, if... Yeah, I looked at the little announcement and I didn't see anything. This stuff doesn't reset, right? Because as you can see, I'm a little behind. And same thing with, well, this chart doesn't really matter. This doesn't give you any rewards. This is just like makes the mode a little easier. I mean, I could grind this out. Yeah, these are the ones. These I haven't done either. So I've been slacking. Oh, dude, this is like emergency Lind funds. I need to get on top of this, dude. Look at this. This is almost an entire extra ticket. I was doing the math on Lind. If I manage to get segment 6 in. Let's do the math again here. Let's do them live. Let's do it live. All right. So I want to know what the return on investment is for a character like this, because as a future investor of the Girls Frontline IP, I need to know what kind of return I can expect for the capital that I put into this game. Hence, the capital being my collapse pieces, my real life dollars for those Covenant rings. So if we math it out, so if it's 150 collapse pieces for a ticket, and we have 600 tickets, that's 90,000 collapse pieces, which is a little deceptive because obviously I don't have 90,000, I have 60,000, right? 67,000? Yeah. Ooh, actually I have. Oh, we almost got to the gamer number. Oh, big shame. We almost got to 69. Okay, but we're going to be spending 90,000 collapse pieces in this long-term investment strategy that we have for this diversified portfolio. And so after that, we're going to then see how long it will take to recover the amount that we've put in. So I assume that from here on out, we will be top 5% in every Gunsmoke, because I've with a segment 6 Lind, we've secured the W on that one. So we'll go ahead and say we'll get that maximum reward of 50 extra collapse pieces that are up in the air for debate. And then we'll also say, do we even get a reward? It just occurred to me. Do you even get a reward for peak value? Oops. Everyone knows that I haven't looked at it yet this week. Oh no, it's a sham. He's a sham. I did manage to get it done, but Paul, I let you down. The weekend was such a freaking disaster. I don't remember when this reset, like Monday night or whatever. I was literally doing it like hours before reset, and I'm like, I ain't got time to try 40-40. I'm sorry. So maybe this upcoming week, I'll try 40-40 on this one, but or whatever 40-40. So, but there's not even. Yeah, you don't even get rewards for the difficult mode. Okay, well, what about expansion drills? Right, we'll say that we secured the expansion drills just to make this math a little easier. So we got another 50 collapse pieces. So we've secured a whopping 100 collapse pieces from here to infinity. So let's take 90,000 and let's divide that by 100. So in 900 resets, so that's every 2 weeks. Oh, that's right. Gunsmoke isn't even every 2 weeks. We'll just say 2.5 weeks. So 900 divided by 2.5, so 360 weeks. Yeah, the math's not in our favor, guys. I'm sorry, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. This is a perfect example of why you don't ever. It's the same idea of it's like not so bad in this game because all the content is pretty chill, but in like other games, the same idea of like pulling characters for meta, because it's like if you're gonna spend like whatever 100 tickets on a character that you don't really want, but like that character's really good temporarily, there's just no way you ever make that money back. I mean, sure, you'll be clearing content in the short term that like gets you whatever currency, but in the long term, you still never make it up. So, my words of wisdom. All right, so Paul coming in with the hot facts. So it gets its own rewards and buffs for the mode. That makes sense, right? Like, because if I'm so bad at navigating these menus. Jesus Christ! Limited time events. I'm gonna assume they're just gonna put it in one of these, right? And it'll be a separate cycle mode thing, whatever. That's the plan. Oh yeah, that's right, Paul. I forgot to. You're right. I did forget to calculate in the fact that as we're gambling for the segment 6 Lind, we're gonna be getting more of the Doritos back. Refunded, right? Because every time we get a 4-star weapon or character, you get some more Doritos, which will then feed back into this number. So we're golden, dude. I mean, I don't want to say it's literally impossible not to get segment 6, but I would say we're looking pretty solid. If we get any like early 50-50 wins, I think we're Gucci. Anyway, I've stalled for 15 minutes waiting for somebody who wants to join, but anybody who wanted to watch this live, well, you got like another 30 seconds because we're going to do this. I went and bought 2 Covenant rings, one for okay. Say don't be in the awkward pose. We got 2 rings today, one for her, and I was looking over the roster, and I think I might just save the second ring for Lind because that's gonna be, I don't know though. I like doing these covenants on like special days like Halloween and stuff. I was checking over my PNC and GFL1 accounts, and I got a whole bunch of units that I oath / covenant / whatever they call it in PNC on like Halloween, Christmas. I think one was for New Year's Day, although I usually don't use that, but yep, gifting. You guys remember, dude, how many times did you guys see a post or a comment where it's someone's like, I tried to get rid of the red dot and it made me marry them, and I'm like, bros, what are you doing? But this is not an accident. So I don't have any cool music or anything to play. I'm gonna these aren't voice acted, but we'll just quietly observe. I kind of do miss that in PNC you did like a little contract signing. That was kind of cool. Instead you just get this like goofy little swipe. Where is it? Get the number. Get it. Gamer number. Yeah. Not good enough though. Paul's like, just marry them all, easy. Well, that gets a little cost prohibitive. We were talking about getting your returns on investment. Oh, I better shut up. Hold on. I don't know why I said I have to shut up, because these are not voiced. And no, I'm not gonna voice them myself. I could try, but you guys probably wouldn't like it. I'm just like testing the waters here. I'm like, how horny did they write this? The answer is pretty pretty bad. I was reviewing, like I said, I was reviewing some of the stuff for GFL1 and PNC, and I'm like, man, they really did crank it up. Even in PNC, like, she wasn't this bad. Like, the oath was like way more like calm. But you know, it's kind of fun. You know, everyone gets to have a little fun. There we go, boys. Halloween of this year. The first Halloween that the game is celebrating. We have immortalized it with the Don't Marry Crazy. Damn, Paul, 300 gems back. Wow, what a deal. Now I can finally dump tons of this. Got way too many of these. Okay, slow down. Let's get rid of some of these first. Oh no, we got to min-max perfectly though. Oh, almost messed that up. Oh yeah, did you guys remember this? For anyone who hasn't done one of these, it's all you free-to-play players who are actually free-to-play. Do you guys recognize this? This was the, back in the beta, way back in the game's early life. They were playing around with the idea of you, the commander, having a controllable unit on the battlefield, similar to like in like Star Rail and stuff. They have like, you know, the main character is like a controllable character, and I'm sure they have it in a lot of other games too. But this is where this abomination got birthed. Surely we don't have to use strategy. This is meant for casuals. I don't need to. Oh man. I don't know. Just shoot the deer, I guess. Arios is gonna do all the work. But yeah, this thing was that was the crappiest. I messed that up so bad. I'm the worst. But this was like one of the original game mechanics they were playing around with at the time. Oh, this is a... No, was that 2 attacks? 3? Did they... See, I thought that was using my Florence, but this is not a segment 0 Florence. This is a... Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, they give you a max segment Florence? No, not max segments, right? No, actually, it is max segments, yeah, because this skill never gets upgraded. Hell yeah, dude. Let's juice up the commander here. This is what I'm talking about. See, now they're just taunting me. They're like, hey, man, see, you could have this power, too, for another 300 bucks. I don't know, man. Or blow up one of these, dude. Oh, do I just keep going? Anyway, yeah, this game mechanic got canned pretty early on in the game's life cycle. They also played around with a version of this where you had like a UAV where you could be like pretending you're playing Call of Duty and you just got a kill streak and you just drop a nuke on them. Similar thing, you would like go to like bird's eye view and you could like pick squares on the grid and like drop a UAV missile of some kind on them. That one also obviously did not make it into the live version of the game. Don't ask me why it didn't. I was not there. Like, they never invited me to beta test, so get the bobblehead. Could auto battle handle this? ChatGPT, have you been training? I mean, it is Halloween, dude. Maybe it's gonna spook us and be good at the game. No, not really. I was thinking about how bad the auto battle is in this game because everyone always complains about it, and I don't really because I just don't use it. But I was in one of my relatively few moments of sobriety. I was thinking about like why this game's auto battle struggles so hard. Like for example here, like why it just moved one square over, but it's still like in the middle. Like it could have moved one square over and been in cover, but it just decided like, hey, YOLO. And the reason I was thinking it was like it's so bad compared to other games like Star Rail is because of the movement system. Like Star Rail is purely skills and abilities, and there's no like positioning or movement. And this game just the auto battle struggles so hard, like, so hard. And I bet you, oh, this is a sick weapon too. I bet you if this game didn't have, like if this game, or if, let me rephrase that, if other games like Star Rail, for example, had movement systems, like grids, I bet you it would struggle, probably not as bad as this game, because, you know, I'm gonna assume there's a little bit of just, you know, a little bit of the devs don't know what they're doing, or don't care. And, I bet you, you know, the comparison would be a little more favorable to this game. But meanwhile, we got stuff like this, where this guy's just... What is, like Florence is over here in the corner. What is happening? It's funny, because every time I say, let's watch ChatGPT do this, I immediately regret my decision. And it's just, like, so frustrating to watch. It's like, I just... Oh, come on. Right, I'm taking over. I can't watch this anymore. This is painful. Alright, well, I guess he did do most of the work. Yeah, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary too. That was the other thing in the stream, the developer, whatever it's called. Yeah, they kind of mentioned that we are getting close to. All right, let's back at it. Actually, you guys, well, we'll do this for anybody who doesn't You guys can like pause this video and read this if you really want. Oh boy, is this more horny fan fiction? Oh no. What have I stumbled upon here? Like, GFL line's taken out of context, but Commander, wasn't it your esteemed stealth who messed up my body like this? Immediately regret doing this on stream. All right, like I said, if you guys want to read that, you can just pause the battle. Jesus Christ. What the? Did they really reference this in here? We got off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Oh no. What? I did not. This was not something I expected on a little Halloween. The fucking Mr. Bones reference. Whoa. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Jesus Christ. It's not a sexual thing either, you sick deviants. If you don't know about Mr. Bones' wild ride, I expect you to just go on Google and type that in. It's not a rated R thing. It's just an old school meme. Paul, well, you're just in the wrong game. Paul says I don't like auto battle because it's not fun to watch it play the game. I want to play the game. Well, you're just wrong, Paul. This game is all about, from what I've gathered, it's all about the feet and the dorm gooning. I don't know. I don't think anyone even plays this game. Oh, I guess there was a story at one point. I don't know what happened to that story. It's gone now. All right, last one. I can't. I'm not even reading these, to be honest. I'm just skipping through these. I'm just happy that they referenced, let's start at the top. They referenced Mr. Bones' wild ride. That's classic. Man. Also, this is, I think, a small typo here. I think these are double apostrophes. I don't disagree. All right. These have been relatively normal in the past. We'll see if this one is also equally unhinged. Oh, you know what I just realized? I just realized our stream's little chibi Florence is in the way. Hold up. Let me help you guys out. Let me move the sticker. Here we go. Oh, this. Like I said, I don't even want to read this out loud. This is just... Oh, man. Ooh, oh, no, now you got my attention. I said red alcohol-filled chocolate. What day is it today? Guys, what day is it today? You're goddamn right, it's Halloween. See, look, she could be nice sometimes. Sometimes Florence has, you know, a guilt trip. Yeah. Frank the Pranker, huh? Got him, dude. Okay, well, I guess it just kind of ends. Sorry, boys. Your story doesn't really go anywhere. I wonder if they're ever going to use all these voice lines and stuff. I know some of them get used, I think, in the quote big dorm that's going to be here. Well, it's got to be here next patch or next event, right? Because they said end of year, and we've only got like 1 month left after the Lin patch. So, but I do wonder if they're going to use all these, because there's a lot of like these ones seemed like they were going to be like adjunct lines, but they never really. Because like when they're set as the like adjunct for like your homepage or whatever, like it's only just the one line they use over and over and over again. Yeah, lame, exactly, lame. Right, boys, gooning time's over. Everyone back to work. Back to work, boys. All right, upgrade the skin. Do we want the bobblehead? Nah, this is just too ridiculous. I can't live that lifestyle. Okay, what do we want to do, dude? I don't want to do too much thinking because I'm burned out this week. But you know what? I haven't done. Let's just do a nice casual. I have to do these in 3 days, right? Let's just do one of these. Yeah, Paul. So I'm hoping that they yeah, sure, whatever. I'm hoping that in the big dorm, like I've seen little bits and previews of it from the other servers. I haven't like gone too far into it. But I'm hoping that I'm sorry. Once again, I'm having that problem where I try and talk and play at the same time, and it just doesn't work out very well. I'm hoping that they kind of expand on the dorm a little bit. They do a little more with the. I mean, there's a bunch of stories and whatnot that are like kind of covered, but not really covered. I hope they kind of go a little more in depth with them. Like I said, using all those different lines and stuff from the different characters, like those unused voice lines and stuff. That would all be pretty gangster. And I don't know. You kill this one. And then can she get the double kill? I don't think so. I may have put her in jeopardy. Ah, never mind. They hit like babies. Oh, they're not even all spawned in yet? I was filling in the survey. I was also filling it out, and I'm like, there's that one part of the survey. One of the sections was asking like, I don't know, essentially like, what are you looking forward to in the game, right? And there was a couple good answers, but the best one obviously was like main story. But I was thinking, I'm like, man, they did a good job from what I've seen for the big dorm that's going to get released. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff, and it sets the foundation for a lot of things too, right? Like it really was something that I know they couldn't have gotten to it because of like time limitations and stuff, and you know, the game being in development hell. It's like, but it really should have launched with that, because it lays the foundation for a lot of different cool things, right? Like, so you have the dorm interaction, you have like the customization features, all the different parts of the Elmo, which are kind of in the game currently. Like, you know, you get like the weapon display room, which nobody uses. You got like the trophy display room, which once again, I mean, people might use it, but like nobody can see it. And I'm gonna move our little Florence back down here. Stream. So it's like, it finally ties all those cool like customization features and customization like gameplay. I'm hesitant to use the word gameplay, but you know, it lets you have a starting block for that, because they can always add more rooms, right? Like even in the what they've shown so far, they've already previewed things that are not quite ready. Like for example, they were talking about the UAV room and the drone room, right? And like I remember they walked around and like they showed it in the background, but like you can't interact or do anything with it just yet, because that's something they're working on. So like I said, it's really cool that they're finally getting around to having those things in. But I feel like at this point, now that that's taken care of, for the most part, why do they always make me kill my beloved nemesis? It's like, you know, you must kill that which you love. I think actually this Dominator is going to be the biggest issue, because he's the one that drops the little annoying bombs. I don't think Nemesis will one-shot anybody. Famous last words. Oh, it is annoying that she's up there and she won't be in the fire. Let's do this. Paul says, I have a feeling the game could have another year of dev time to iron things out and maybe do uniform release for CN and Global. So as you, okay, on a side note, as you've noticed, I never got the chat in game here displayed. I'm going to work on that for the next couple streams. I just got a little distracted, but yeah. So I'll have to keep just reading what everyone's chatting out right now. But yes, so there's the problem that they've kind of stuck themselves in of, I agree with you, Paul. It's like there's a lot of things that need a lot of work still, right? And not necessarily in a bad way, right? Like, I don't mean to say that like, oh, the dorm system's bad or this is like total shit, needs to be redone. But like you pointed out, there are definitely things you could make way better. And dorm system is kind of, it's good, but like I said, there's going to be a lot more that you could add with it. The thing I was like, in the survey, I think they were asking about this or something. And I don't remember what I put in, but I'm like, essentially the game needs to get out of beta, right? Like we've long gotten past that point of like what's acceptable for like, okay, it's a new game and you know, we're just kind of feeling things out right now. This should kill him. I'm just gonna hope that Nemesis and this other sniper don't clap somebody, because I have my backs to them. I said this is like, this isn't heroic mode. Surely they'll be fine. I'm on the edge of my seat. I need to know. Ooh. I think someone might die here. Ooh. Oh, calculated. See, I knew it all along, dude. I knew that she would. Oh, perfect. Just as I have foreseen. But yeah, so they are moving things towards getting everyone on sync with global. It's just that it constantly is turned into one of those moving goalpost things of, you know, like you said, they need to get them synced up, which is kind of what they're doing, but at the same time, they're kind of not, because what's happened is, if I can, yeah, they've decided they're going to catch us up, which is fine, but like they're doing it in such a weird way that it's making people upset, right? That you want the two servers synced for like a lot of reasons, but you know, hype reasons of being one of them, but you know, justified or unjustified, people are just really mad at the way they're syncing things up by smushing the time frames together and reshuffling the events. I think the bigger thing is people are getting upset about them shuffling the events around. Like, I don't take the whole like, oh man, you know, you're screwing us out of time to save for whatever character I really want, you know. That's a kind of a crappy excuse, especially when there's like reruns and all that stuff. The more valid excuse, in my opinion, is, damn, Preeti, you thick. You got like 4 health bars. And she didn't get a single support attack during all of that. That is so sad. Give him a little peekaboo. Nah, not gonna kill her. But because of that, is she gonna live? Oh my god. This Nemesis is strong, but not strong enough. And that's all she wrote. But yeah, like, they're making people mad with the way that they're... I think the big one is that they're shuffling the events around, right? Because people, you know, people are always going to be mad about not having enough time to save, even if you give them unlimited time. But I can see, especially, like I said, I know why they're trying to make it so that for the anniversary here, we have the big Deep Oblivion event. But it really has rubbed people the wrong way. And like I said, it doesn't even hurt when they, like, slide a character, like, for example, they put Yuhi in, like, really early on, compared to, like, the, you know, where she lines up in the story slash like release schedule. But I think they just made a little too many adjustments, and because people were like really expecting certain units and events, and they just never showed up. And it's your boy again, Chaos. I forgot about this. We're gonna ignore reading, because reading's for nerds. And I've done this boss now a million times for Gunsmoke Frontline, but this, to be fair, this is not the same, right? I do know the boss has different abilities for this, right? Like, some of these are the same. This is the same. This is not the same. Yeah, but, you know, like I said, YOLO. Really? They start you that far away you can't even get in? That's so toxic. So toxic. Who would do that? Who would do that? Who would start you so far away that you can't even get shots off on the first turn? Except maybe, I guess she can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she can come to here. That should be good enough. I mix those 2 units up. Should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. Hopefully the boss moves closer to me. Paul says, CN launched without Gunsmoke, which I know some people would have been okay with, but the game does need some end game content. Yeah. 1000% agree. It's just the issue has become what constitutes as acceptable endgame content, because there is like endgame content, right? Like there's artifact recovery mode, there's this, there's that other one that I'm having a mind blank on the name of. So it's like artifact, or not artifact recovery. We have this obviously, expansion drill, and then we've also got the other one. Oh my god, peak value analysis. So it's like there's endgame modes. The problem is they kind of just quote don't count by the community because they're either not fun or they're, you know, not interesting enough, you know, however you wanna classify it. I have to think for just 1 second here. I think we can do this and we'll all be fine. I don't feel like learning what the mechanics are for these. We're gonna cheese it. And by cheese it, I mean we're just gonna throw Molotovs and do a lot of damage at them. But yeah, so that's the problem, Paul. Is like they've kind of got themselves in a weird spot right now, where it's like every time they add endgame content, people are like, oh no, that doesn't count. Like that's not good enough, right? Because it's like, you know, it's garbage or not fun or whatever. So it's like they're in a goofy spot. Listen, the heroic modes were a very good start. And if they continue to do things like that, I think that will definitely be Gucci. And I should be reading what these abilities do, right, guys? We're not burning through this boss nearly as fast as I thought we were going to. They're making me play the game, and I don't like it. I'm hoping next turn we can burn through all this stability, and then he'll melt. Please, guys, it's a holiday. I don't want to think. Chaos, don't make me think on a holiday, please. Let me AFK my way to victory. Oh. Alright, I think we're Gucci, guys, because watch this. We're gonna surely this is gonna give even this guy a one-hit shield. Yes! Yes, dude, we're golden. We're golden. Over here. This doesn't... Everyone can take a hit. You can come to here. Do this. We're running out of pieces of cover that are functioning. We'll be fine, right? Also, they seem to be trying hard to add endgame content, but without getting free to play from the game, from the good rewards, which is a bit annoying. I think if top 100 Gunsmoke rewards were actually cool or interesting, platoons would be a lot healthier. But instead, you can get basically all the rewards in a couple days of autoing. It's funny you say that, because I had mentioned that, like I said, on the survey. I actually do fill the surveys out. You know, the word on the street is they read those, and I have no choice but to believe that I'm not being lied to by the game devs. So, can I go to here? No. Why am I not getting... Why is it when I stand here it says I can attack? Oh, this does have a 6-tile range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but that is 6 tiles. I don't know. It's working now. Whatever. Back to what I was saying. I had mentioned that because in this survey particularly, they were asking about Gunsmoke Frontline a lot, at least for my survey. I don't know if you guys got different ones than me, because sometimes they randomize them. In my survey, they were asking a lot of questions about Gunsmoke Frontline, and damn, this guy's got a shit ton of health. Oh yeah, 450,000. That's a lot. Normally these bosses have like 80,000. We should still be fine though. We're just gonna have to go one more turn. And one of the issues that I wrote down is like, yeah, the rewards are not very good. And that is fine a little bit. Damn, this Scholar going crazy. And that's, like I said, that's fine a little bit, because... Oop. Sorry, I keep interrupting myself because I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to know if I can continue to do this boss without having to read any of the abilities. We are getting spooky close to not being able to... We'll kill him in this turn, right? We're all in, guys. All in. No mechanics, all in. Oh yeah, easy got this. But that was something I was thinking. I'm like, Gunsmoke Frontline is like... I understand that they don't want to put good rewards, because then people are going to feel frustrated when they don't make them. For example, you're a casual group, maybe you have just a couple friends that play, and your group or your platoon is like, whatever, like I said, only 10 people big, you miss out on the rewards, and then you're really frustrated. And then it feels even more tedious, because the one silver lining of the tediousness of Gunsmoke right now is like, if you don't want to do it, you're going to miss out on like 1 ticket a month, right? So it's like, you can kind of ignore it without it being too much of a detriment to you. I don't want to struggle with the... What are them? I'm just going to look real quick. That's a freebie. With that team I just used, at least. I don't know which one Nightmare is. I got to figure that out. This don't know which one this is, but this one also might be a freebie. This is kind of a freebie. What was that? Turn 3 or turn 4? You could probably take either one of these. And still, this one might be spicy. The boss is doing actually a decent amount of damage. Okay, this probably won't be too hard to do, but I don't feel like doing it on stream, especially since I want tonight to be a relatively short stream. Dude, oh my god, my boy Josco, dude, you missed everything, dude. I got married. Didn't I tell you I was getting married tonight? Where were you? You were supposed to be at my wedding. You were supposed to be a groomsman. Look at, see, dude, I married the crazy. See? Now I have a whole lifetime of bad decisions to think about. But the mega gambling is going to be next week, Josco. Which one? Original or extra crispy? I guess this would be grilled. I don't know. This is the coolest thing about the Covenant system, is a little ring, little visual representation of it. I think that's a cool touch. But yeah, the Super Mega Gambling, Josco, is next week. That will be November 7th. Mark your calendar. We're going for segment 6 of Lind. So that's like what, 6? I have 600-ish polls. We counted them earlier in the stream. 600 plus polls. That will be a grand old time. My finger is going to get tired of clicking after a while, but it's going to be hype. Because you're either going to see a man live his dreams of finally having a cracked out character, or you're going to see a man collapse from the weight of life live. So either way, it's going to be fun. It's not guaranteed, but it's like pretty good, right? Like, I think, I don't have the chart in front of me, but with as many tickets as I will have, I think I'm at like a 70 to 80% chance of getting segment 6. If I get super unlucky, it's possible. Like, the worst case scenario, I think, is I fail every single 50-50 and I go to hard pity or soft pity, whatever you want to call it. So that's 140-ish tickets per character. Worst case scenario, I walk away with segment 3. But I don't know if you've been watching my gambling on this game, but that's not happening. It's clearly going to be, 10 pulls, free character, 10 pulls, free character, 10 pulls, free character. I wonder if we'll get the elusive double 5-star in one pull during our mega stream. Because that's the only thing that hasn't happened yet. We've gotten characters and weapons on the first 10 pull. We've gotten them. We've won 50-50s like crazy. Like I said, the only thing we haven't done yet is the double 5-star. Sorry, I got a little distracted there, Paul. But yeah, Paul was saying, I think we should add, they should add skin gotcha tickets to the top 100 rewards. Ooh, that's a hot take. While it would definitely motivate people to do Gunsmoke Frontline, the problem is you're incentivizing a painful experience, right? People don't like Gunsmoke Frontline. Let's put it this way. For the average player, I mean, I know you like it, and I actually kind of like it too. I get tired of doing it, but I do enjoy it in small, controlled doses. But the average player doesn't like it for a variety of reasons. We won't get into that, but the average player is not a huge fan of Gunsmoke Frontline, so even if you make the rewards really good, you're just covering up the fact that they have to play a game mode that they really don't want to play. I mean, the easiest litmus test to find out is, like, would people play Gunsmoke Frontline if there were 0 rewards? And that's kind of where we're at with Artifact Recovery. At least, I mean, for me, it's like, you can see I didn't even play this mode, right? And it's not because it's a bad mode. It's just not fun. You don't use your own characters. You're level 30 out of 60, which doesn't really matter, but it does make the math really goofy and unlocking like certain character. I guess it would be their. Is it their neural helix that gets locked by level? I don't remember what's level locked, but it makes some things really goofy. You can't pick the keys. That's what it was. For example, if you rent a unit, you can't pick which keys that they're using and stuff. So it's like, for a lot of reasons, Artifact Recovery is not a great fun and engaging mode. And so, yeah, it just kind of sits there. And it's like, at least for me, it's like I haven't really touched it. And it's like one of my like I said, level 8 out of 60 or whatever. And I'll grind through it, but I won't be happy. Like, I want this targeting chip. Because Linda's going to need a really cracked out set of attachments for her shotgun. Which I have pre-farmed, by the way. Look at. Yeah, I planned for this day, guys. I think Sabrina's holding them right now. But yeah, we got that attack and crit rate, corrosion boost. This is not a good use of gold chips. Usually you only want to do it on like phase strike, just for the fact that you can like then swap it between lots of different like units. But you know, once again, if I'm going all in on a segment 6 character, I am going to go all in on the weapon too. So, but back to what we were saying, once again, the litmus test for a fun game mode is like, will people play the game mode? And it doesn't have to be everybody, but like, will a decent amount of players play the game mode even if there's 0 rewards involved? And for Gunsmoke, I really don't think that's true. I think you're going to get people like yourself and other people in like the top 100 probably would do it because they like to compete, they like to rank. That's, you know, that's all fine. But I think the average player would never touch Gunsmoke Frontline if they didn't have to. Like, the only reason you even get anybody doing it, I mean, I'm not calling out my platoon or anything, but like, you know, a lot of people don't even, like I said, like, these are just kind of, I'm not gonna focus on anybody, but you know, some people didn't even do it. Some of these scores are like relatively low, like they're just hitting auto battle, which is, you know, nothing wrong with that if, you know, if that's what gets you guys to you know, your 5% or whatever. But you know, they're not doing it because they want to. You know, for a lot of people, it's just like, this is the tedious part of the game that we need to do. And we did the pay to win, dude. Pay to win. Look at this, pay to win. Oh, and it's the support. Chef's kiss right now. I couldn't have planned that better. She gets a ring, and then she gets some big stat boosts. I would raise this to 60, but I don't have enough to do this and, right? Because this is 32,000. Yeah, I only have enough to do 11,000. How far would that get me? About level 40. But we'll revisit this because I also have a lot of other characters that really desperately need their remolding paladins. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, we got a problem, guys. Nemesis is no longer my strongest unit, as according to the way I have this set up. I gotta inflate these numbers a little bit. I mean, right now I think my strongest unit is technically Changju, but I avoid this whole problem by not putting her in the favorites. Whatever. that's a tomorrow problem. I'll ask, but would they like it more if it had better rewards? I maxed it out in 2 days, and I loved artifact recovery. I shouldn't say I don't like artifact recovery. I just didn't find it. I liked the idea of artifact recovery. I was super hyped when we first did it, but then I did it a couple more times afterwards, and I'm like, this loses its appeal really quick to me, because to me it felt like it was a little too reliant on the buffs. I don't know what they're called this game. I gotta get the terminology right, because otherwise you're gonna bully me and make fun of me. Plugins. I felt like I was a little too reliant on these. Like, for example, on the harder difficulties, like this one, I think this only goes up to 3, right? But on this difficulty, by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th like layer, if you don't have a lot of those, the bosses become a slog. Like, they inflate the HP. It starts to get so high that it just takes forever to kill them, and it turns the entire game mode into just collect the plugins and get one particular set. And the other thing is, there's like kind of no interplay between most of the plugins. Like, for example, if you're running a fire team, you're going to get the fire plugin set. If you're running the ice team, you're going to get the shield frost plugin set. And like, that's it. Like, because there's no fire characters that use shields. And it's like, right now there's not really a good way to mix and match characters because everything's like based around elements and like the team gimmick. So you end up essentially kind of like picking your team ahead of time, because you also have to like build the team as you go. That is, I guess, another big part of it I don't like, is how you don't get to pick your entire team off the bat. You have to like get them bits and pieces throughout the run. So once again, if you are missing a key character of a team, it's just so painful, because you're just like, every time you get to one of those nodes where you get to pick a character, you're just like, please God, let me get the one I want. So it becomes a little too random. And then when you scale to higher difficulties, I felt like essentially it's just collect the plugins, and you're not really playing the game. If you have the plugins, everything dies super easy. You just hit auto battle. If you don't have the plugins, then everything's just a slog and takes a million years. So that was just my opinion on it, and that's why I never really got too involved in it. I feel like there's a nice balance you want to strike, especially with the plugins. Like, you want to make it so that you can have lots of different combinations. Like, maybe you get a couple fire and a couple ice. That would be a cool one, right? Like, can we hate popping through these menus? It's like so ADHD. Some of these plugins would be really cool. For example, if you had the shield one, where it's like, when shielded, instead of this, it was like, if you hit an enemy that is afflicted by overburn, it does this cool thing. And then have a frost one, wherever those are. A frost one where it's like, if you hit an enemy with while you have a shield on or something. Maybe even make it more generic than that, because like I said, once again, you start to get to the point where it's like, it's too specific. So you just want like lots of like, here, probably a better one, a support attack, right? When a fire unit does a support attack, or just when any unit does a support attack, deal frost damage to the enemy. So like, you know, it encourages you to like build teams of different units and lets them do fun and interesting things, right? Maybe different elements, different damage types, whatever. That's my my thesis. That was my thesis on artifact recovery mode. Uh-oh. Did my game die? Uh-oh. Guys, I think the stream is going to be over right now. No. I think we're bricked, boys. Here, let me yeah, let's just go ahead and let's try that. I'm restarting. Cool. No, wait, don't look at my password and log in. I don't want you guys spamming me with D pics or something. I don't know. Send me Florence pics though. I got to the part of the monster where the nerds have all dissolved into it, and it's like disgustingly sweet. I love it. Oh, dude, look at everyone's piling in at the last like 10 minutes of the stream. I was gonna end the stream, guys. You're a little late, but I understand, right? I mean, we are. It's not your fault. Today's Halloween. Yeah, like you said, we got the clocks shifting. I am so looking forward to that extra hour of sleep. Paul says there are a couple sets that turn Ulrid into a complete monster, which is funny. Yeah, dude, I think I got that one run. She had, I think it was like, one of the plugins gave her a confectance every single time she attacked, up to like 7 or 9 times a turn. And so she like ran up to the boss and she was just stabbing the boss for like 10 minutes. It was fantastic, especially with her expansion key, neural expansion key that like lets her do double attacks with it. Oh my god, it was so funny. So, oh, we're not taking a break anymore. Go back to the main stream. It's just the game. What do you mean? Did I break? Oh yeah, you're talking about the stream. Yeah, I knew you guys could hear me. But I think we're gonna just kind of, we're just gonna chill here for a minute. I mean, I could just like cut the stream off, but is there something I can like put auto battle on when we sit and talk, chit chat? I don't think the AI is good. We did all this. Oh, you know what? Here we go. We can do this while we hang out. Oh, dude, you had to do an extra hour of night shift? I'm sorry. I used to work the night shift once upon a time. And it was fine by me because obviously I'm kind of a night owl, but you know, we live in a society and it's really, really, really freaking annoying when you try and do anything in real life. We don't want repulsion field. What's her? I think it's this one, right? Yeah. Like, for example, going to the bank was like the bane of my existence because it's like when I was like either off work. Yeah, sure, bring it. Like when I was either off work or like available to go to the banks were never open, and I'm just like, God damn it! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! They're cornering me. Am I gonna lose to easy mode? Oh, this is gonna be embarrassing. Vibin. This is a lot of words. I'm gonna take this one. I should probably be getting the one with the cool poisons. Throwing the goop at them. No. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh! Oh, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's triggering this, but I'm cool with it. Well, he says, speaking of autoplay, I'm amazed by gacha tubers complaining they can't use autoplay on new games challenge mode. Are you talking about for this game? You could still. I didn't even know they disabled that. You're talking about the challenge mode. You mean like this game's most recent challenge mode for the event? I'll be honest, dude. I'm the worst content creator. I don't ever watch like other people's stuff. I don't even like using that. I almost threw up in my mouth there when I said that. I don't even like to view myself as a content creator, especially since I've stopped making guides pretty much. I just like to hang out with you guys and, you know, be part of the memes. Let's do this. Start. This one's always good. CZN. What is CZN? I'm not. There's too many. Dude, there's too many gotchas these days. I can't keep track of all the different gotchas. I can barely keep track of this game and Hong Kong Star Rails. Dude, speaking of, you know, let's spice up our Halloween episode with a little drama from other games. Oh man, the drama in Hong Kong right now is just, it's wild, and I did run right into that bullet. You saw that. I saw it. We all know. Yeah, dude, the drama in Hong Kong is crazy. The new character is just, there's a lot of upsetty spaghetti people about the new character's like power level, which some of it is warranted, most of it is not, like the complaining. But boy, is it funny to see the players raging about it, and then the content creators getting mad that the players are raging, and then everyone calling each other a shill, and then, you know, oh no, my misinformation, and it is quite the wild ride. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Oh man. Okay. Dude, I want the... I should probably get the health one because I'm being so dumb. I'm dying to everything. Yeah, let's get this. Paul's like, I'm just living happy, dude. I'm ignoring the gacha altogether. I hope those playing them have fun. You still... Oh, Chaos Zero Nightmare. I think it's a merge of Slay the Spire and Darkest Dungeon. That's a gacha game? That's a weird... What do they do? Gacha for like the deck building? Like, I don't know. I'm with Paul on that one, dude. I've pretty much retired most of the games that I play in my life. Once upon a time, I was a big time Final Fantasy 14 player, and now I don't even play that. Josco can prove and be my backup on that. Once upon a time, we were the best of friends, and now we're all just just, watching the game die slowly. But that's a topic for a different time. Dude, I'm zooming right now. I want her last rank of her poison abilities. Regular bullet damage, bullet size, and let's just try this one. I usually don't get this one. I'm not a pro Frontline Survivors guy. But dude, dude, she is so fast. Yes, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Give me the juice. Give me the juice. Yes, dude, throw the toxin everywhere. Ooh, not regular bullet damage. Yes. I feel like this is not named after her. Oh, this one is definitely named after her, though. Oh. Wooly says getting angry at Hoyoverse games. LOL. Yeah. It said I'm not getting. Well. Yeah, the people are definitely getting mad at the game. It's a combination. It said for those of you who want the down low on the drama, is that there's a new character that's really look forward to because she is essentially a oh my god, I thought I was gonna make it through that. Essentially she's a I don't know what they call them in other games, but in this game's terminology, she's like a returning character, but in that game they call them like XPs. So really hyped character. Everyone's looking forward to her. Blah blah blah. To be fair, they have been, because the devs themselves have been hyping her up in the story literally for a year now. Like she's been like just like a main character of the story, but like not playable for a year. And then it's like, okay, boys, everyone's here. We're finally ready for the fun. And then like the way the devs designed her, they made her super complex, which is not a problem. But what they did do that made people mad was that, dude, I don't know how I triggered this exploding goop, but I love it. Like this knockback ability. I think I need to get hit to trigger it. Oh, wow, this is it's going crazy. I don't know how I'm doing this, but it's awesome. Yeah, so everyone's like super hyped about the character, and then the devs created her in a way that she really is only strong in like one or two main like teams. Like she's just so happens that those teams are the strongest teams in the game, so it's weird because they made the strongest teams in the game better, but at the same time she doesn't really work very well with the weaker teams, which is kind of what everyone was hoping for. And so yeah, now there's just like the players are mad at the devs because like the people were like, oh man, I'm finally gonna have my not so great character become meta, and it's like, nope, just kidding. The meta characters are now even more meta, and people are just throwing a fit about it. And then, like I said, the content creators are getting all mad because essentially the character is strong, but like I said, she's strong for the wrong reasons, and people are mad about that. And now the content creators are just like, no, you can't downvote my guide because like you're mad that the character's bad or something, or not bad. She's really good. And it's just like, oh my god, dude, it's a ruckus. You guys, you should, like I said, we have to be thankful that we complain about things like AK-15 destroying the game's difficulty, but at the same time, the opposite of that could be true, which is essentially what happens in Star Rail, which is the power creep is so bad in that game that it's turned the game and the community into like an abomination of a I mean, can I just literally just keep getting hit and healing and doing this forever? This is awesome. Also, I thought easy mode timed out at 5 minutes, but I guess not. I guess we're going to 10 minutes, boys. You're getting a bonus holiday stream. Yeah, like I think I can I just keep hurting myself so I can just goop everywhere. This is awesome. Sorry, it's really hard. It's really hard to. Actually, it's not hard. What if I just stand here? Can I read chat while I do this? Well, he says, you gotcha for a character. Oh, you're talking about the deck building game. You gotcha for a character. Each one has their own deck. 3 characters in the team. Okay, that's not as cancerous of a system as it could be. I still don't know if that's like the right genre for gotchas. I mean, they shove gotcha in everything these days, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. That's just my take on it. All right, goop everywhere. Yes, 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 yas, queen, yas. Spray the goop. Paul says I might try Enfield, but I swear to God, they reject me for yet another damn beta. You can't do that. Paul, you'd be a traitor then. Don't you know about the beef between Mika team and? Dude, it's like Bloods versus Crips right now. You gotta pick a side, dude. You're either Team Mika or you're Team Hypergriff. Like, you can't be hopping between them. That's not cool, man. It's not cool. I'm gonna blacklist you on the stream. I'm not gonna let you watch my videos anymore. I'm gonna report you for hate speech. Wooly says the only gotcha I'm still playing is Punishing Grey Raven and PNT. I think that's Path to Nowhere. Just for the story at this point, which freed up time for the Dude, you're playing the Rogue Trader game? Hell yeah, dude. I loved that game. Admittedly, I didn't finish because it was really buggy when it came out, and then I put it down and I said, yeah, I'll finish it later, and I never did. But I freaking love the 40k universe. I love the Rogue Trader, like that game. I hated the combat system, but the story was fantastic, and the other games they had made previously, that game company, Allcat, they made Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker. Wrath of the Righteous is probably one of my favorite all-time classic RPG style games, right? Like role-playing, like, you know, levels, D&D style kind of game. Just absolutely phenomenal. I still haven't found any game that's even come close to like the cool storytelling that they did and like the choices, like just the mythic paths, how you can. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna gush for an hour about how much I love that game. So we're just gonna cut it off and say, yeah, Rogue Trader is good. Wrath of the Righteous also pretty cracked. Paul says I play single player indie games. GFL hardly takes any time. I mean, that is the nice thing about gotchas, is that you can invest as little or as much time as you want into them. Most of the gotchas are pretty chill if you want them to be. It only starts to get spicy when you try to do rankings and min-maxing, and I don't know. I guess this one, sure. More knockbacks. Oh yeah, you thought I was gonna fall for that, you stupid man-bear peg. Come on, try it again. Oh, you're dead. No, you can't hang. I'm just gonna stand here and radiate goop. It's so much fun. Well, it says at one point I was playing 5 gotchas. Do not recommend. Hell yeah, dude. So GFL1 and PNC are like on life support, so I don't even really count those as playing gotchas. All I do is play GFL2 with you boys, and then like Hong Kong Star Rail. So that's technically only playing 2 gotchas, and I feel stressed out. I'm like, man, I gotta downsize my, you know, my lifestyle. It's just too much gotchas. I couldn't imagine actively playing that many, right? Like that's just so many better things to do with your time. Paul says, yeah, getting too many gets really toxic. I dropped Arknights and Aether Gazer recently. I said that, you know how I get around that is I just don't start them. I see a lot of people, especially I got a couple friends that play a lot of other gotchas, and they'll like show me like whatever the newest character is, and I'll be like, wow, that character's really cool. It almost makes me want to play the game, and then I say, and I'm like, but if I played the game every time I saw one cool character, I'm like, I'd be playing like literally every gacha game. I'm like, sorry. I'm like, it's gotta be way more enticing than that. You know, you gotta be, like I said, to me, it's gotta be like gameplay plus gameplay plus like story, which why am I playing this game then, right? Damn, sick burn, dude, sick burn. Mika team on notice. He streams the game that he hates. What a Chad. Or maybe not. Maybe the opposite of a Chad. Maybe a cuck. I don't know. Okay, I think we're getting towards the end of the stream though, boys, because we went longer than I was gonna do a short stream tonight because I wanted to do other Halloween stuff, but now Halloween's almost over and now I'm sad. Undom, dude, I saw you sneak in here. I saw you chatting. The most vocal of Hoyo communities are truly abominations, no common sense. I'm starting to think, Undom, that it's not just Hoyo. Hoyo is just, their community is like a little, they're like above and beyond the average gamer. But to be honest, I feel like all gacha game communities are pretty shit. I mean, obviously not the 10 of us that come and hang out for these streams. Obviously, we're the coolest guys ever, but everyone else is kind of, they're not cool at all. But I mean, jokes aside, even the GFL2 community has had its moments, right? The skin gacha, the drama about triple banners. I still don't get that one. And to be honest, let me rephrase that. I get it, and I think it's stupid that people were referring to those as triple banners, but whatever. We're not going to dig up drama. My point is that every gacha community has kind of brain damage in their own special way, and most video game communities, period. But gacha communities are like an extra level of brain damage. Wooly says Rogue Trader got a massive patch and smoothed out bugs. Oh, dude, see, now you're making me want to play it again, dude. And as for Wrath of the Righteous, I will never admit in public how many hours I've sunk into it. My man, dude, my man. Oh, which DLC? Oh, don't answer that. I'll just look it up myself. I was gonna ask you which DLC, but I can use my own eyeballs. Yes, Wooly's gonna, dude, it's gonna be sad. Wooly's gonna have to play GFL2 because we're gonna actually get the story, like the main story, on track, and I'm gonna put a gun to his head and I'm gonna make him log in and play the story. It's gonna be crazy. He's gonna get like the returner bonus or whatever for coming back to the game. Yeah, I mean, Paul, I like the side stories. It's just that, you know, and I think the Lind one's going to be kind of cool too, even though I know nothing about it, but it looked like it might be interesting. It's just, you can't keep, it's like junk food, right? You can't eat junk food all the time because you never feel full, right? Sometimes you just need some meat and potatoes. Undom says that gacha games are just a microcosm of the internet's communities, and I believe you. But I mean, you're definitely right. It's just that I feel like it's like sometimes the distilled version of the worst of most communities, because there's some communities that are good. I wish we'd get a little bit of that toxic positivity that I see in other game communities. You know, I'm trying to think of a good one. I won't even go there because I don't want to throw shade, as they say. But there's definitely some communities where I'm just like, do you guys get? Well, I mean, Hoyo, right? Like Hoyo, the gamers are mad, but people still keep buying their stuff and they keep playing their games. Like they're the most popular gacha by far. So it's, you know, you can't even be like, oh, the gamers are rising up, they're rebelling. It's like, no, they're not. Like they're mad for like right this very minute, but they'll get over it. So it's funny that, you know, it's like the distilled, the gacha gamers are like the distilled parts of some of the worst communities out there. And I said it's almost like a weird science experiment. I don't know how they accomplished it, but it's pretty impressive. Yeah, well, he's got a good point. He's like, Hoyo is the biggest, so it's gonna have the most weirdos. And the other part of that is like in the communities, especially like this game, I think the most vocal people are definitely not the average person, right? Like, for example, this game, I'm pretty sure a lot of people quit without complaining, right? And so then that just means, like, the people that are very vocal about complaining, they seem like they're you know, that's the entire community. So it's like it gives you this weird misrepresentation that the entire community is mad, and they might be, but they also might have just quietly walked away, which is, like I said, it's a dangerous thing for that to happen to a game too, because that, you know, the silent death is a big problem for a lot of games. Ghost says, I saw you lurking too, Ghost. Don't you know? Shout out to my boy. Ghost says we should be getting great stuff after Lind. It's the anniversary. Yeah, they are gonna cram so much in the anniversary. I almost feel like it's gonna be too much, but I'm hoping that they're gonna do, like, it's not really possible until they sync the servers up, like we were talking about earlier. But I hope the first anniversary is a big jump, a great leap forward, and gets the two servers matched up, gets us closer to CN's release, gets a lot of the long sought after features of the game in the game, like the dorm, the harder difficulty modes, other types of like more end game content, hopefully a Gunsmoke redesign in the very near future. And then I hope that once they sync up the two servers, which I'm gonna guess is gonna be like best case scenario next summer, worst case scenario 2-year anniversary. But I hope that they move towards getting the two servers synced up, and they do a big, quote, 2.0. I'm using that in quotations, but they do like a 2.0 reset, and they like, quote, relaunch the game, and it's like a big, you know, like essentially PR stunt to say, hey, look, guys, the game's out of beta. You know, we got our shit together, and now, you know, please come back. That would be best case scenario. They get a big, like I said, like relaunch campaign, bunch of players come back, you know. That'd be awesome. I'm hoping. Yeah, exactly. Wooly is exactly what I'm talking about. He's like, when I quit ZZZ, I didn't make a post on Reddit. I didn't go on Twitter. I didn't make a YouTube video. He's like, I just uninstalled it. And I'm pretty sure that's the vast majority of people. They don't get mad. They just leave. And, you know, for better or for worse, that's just how it is. So, you know, you keep that in mind when you see people complaining, because it might not be the whole community, but at the same time, it might not necessarily mean that something's not wrong. Anyway, I want some of that. I want some of that copium. I want some of that Hoyoverse copium where they can release whatever and everyone's just ecstatic about it most of the time. And with that, I'm ecstatic about the fact that it's still Halloween for, at least in my time zone, another 30 minutes. So I'm going to go party it up for 30 minutes. And thank you all for joining me on this wonderful adventure. Florence also thanks you. We had fun today doing the little Covenant thing. Buckle up, boys, for next week. World's biggest gambling session happening on this stream next week. Get your popcorn, get your beverage of choice, because it's gonna be a blast. So until then, I wish you guys the best of luck with your pulls, because you all will be pulling before me, because all y'all get to pull on Thursdays, and I gotta wait till Fridays. The suffering of the streamer. So I wish you all the best of luck on your polls, and we will reconvene 7 days from now for happy fun times. So see you guys later. Bye-bye. Spooky time. Woo. Oh, I don't have... whatever. Thought I had the spooky ending thing up. Oh, well. Spooky time. Whoa. Oh, I don't have the... I'm sorry, I'm destroying your ears with 2 different sound inputs. Bye-bye, everyone.